I know a woman on my street. She
Mm-hmm.
has been married for 20 years, no child. And now her husband wants
20 years.
20 years, no child.
Wow.
Her husband wants to get another wife. Does that mean he doesn't love her?
But what do you think? You think he doesn't love her?
Doesn't love her now.
You don't know what they talk. Somebody stayed with a woman for 20 years. Wait first, wait. Who is responsible for that? How does he even know he can get somebody pregnant? Is the problem with the wife or the husband?
Maybe from the husband.
But so if he marries another person, if you can't get anybody pregnant, even if you marry 17 people, they will still not be pregnant.
They say marriage is for better, for worse.
Thank God me, I don't born. I don't know what you mean for that type of better for worse. You know, in most cases, most people get married because they want to reproduce, even if it's one child. So it's very difficult to deal.
It's not her fault now.
You know, so it's the man's fault. It's nobody's fault. That's the whole essence now, but it's very difficult. You know, as a Christian, I'll tell you, continue. Now, let me tell you the funny thing is, if you are married, you won't even know that it's up to that number of years. It will still be looking like every day. You just be stressing, you are praying, you are waiting to God. And I'm sure a lot of people will be screaming, just do IVF. Not every IVF is successful. I had somebody in our church those days. They did 14 IVFs before they got successful. And IVF is not cheap. So if you don't have a lot of money, you can tell what it is. And even the body of the wife, you know, it's like you're getting pregnant and you're getting miscarriage. It's a very heavy thing on their body. So can you imagine 14 different types? And sometimes they'll put three. Sometimes they'll put even the one they had last, they put three. It's only one that survived, two died. So it's not an easy thing to do. But by and large, it's not easy. Let me not just say because all this love. How do you talk about love after 20 years? 20 years.
20 years.
So if they got married by 30, the man will be 50 years,
Yes,
not
sir.
one single child.
Yes, sir. No
That's a
child.
lot, man. Even for the woman. To be very frank, I don't know how to say it because me, I don't trust myself to stay 20 years with somebody. Unless if I'm the one that has problem.
Hmm.
You know, if I'm the one that has the problem, they can stay with me. But that I'll consciously stay 20 years in this life that is running, you don't even know how many years you have left. I don't know. But it's not love. That has nothing to do with love. Because to be in responsibility outshines love.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because what love does is to give you responsibility. But we don't understand love because love is abstract. Love is just a word that you can't quantify. Somebody you love can actually tell you you don't love them. And it happens well, even in relationships. Your wife will be telling you, don't go to work, stay with us today. You are like, shey, I'm not eating it. It's like you don't love this family. And the reason why she's saying you should not go out is because she loves you, she wants to spend time with you.
Yes.
But you are now categorizing it as if she doesn't love you because she's not saying that you need money for the house to run. So love is abstract. But the real thing that is not abstract is responsibility. Do your job and we will think you love us. You understand what I'm saying?
But it's not her fault.
I'm not. You see what I
It's
said
not her
about
fault.
women apportioning faults? Women see life from position of yes or no. That's why it's not yes or no. Nobody's at fault, I'm telling you. If you have not delivered the child for 20 years, so the man should just continue to dey die,
Yes, they should stay with her. They
till
should
dey
keep
die.
praying. God will do something.
Tell her that now. Shebi is your friend. Tell her that. Because I don't know. I told you, I don't know how to judge. Let me tell you why I judge perfectly. In most cases, that's why a lot of people come to ask me questions. It's because I put myself in people's shoes. I don't just judge because I could have tell you God will do it. Let's pray for them. That's just common thing that an average Christian will say. But once I put myself in their shoes, 20
Yes.
years of not even hearing panana one day, that's a
Yes.
lot of difficulty. From my own perspective, it's very difficult. Very difficult. Very difficult.
So your advice for him now is to get another
I'm
wife.
not advising. Because even if you get another wife, who told you you can get the new one pregnant? Or now, I will not tell you to start committing adultery because you are looking for a child. You don't use sin to cover what is not a sin now. So that's why I said there is no advice. This is the point I say when we get to heaven, we will ask God how far. Leave seed. I'm not going to advise anyone. But I just know for me, it's difficult and it's not about love. Love is responsibility. It's one of the responsibility of husband and wife to deliver a child once they get married. Once they're married, they should have a child. That's the beauty of every, of every union. But now they are not doing that responsibility. It's a problem.
But they can adopt a child. They can.
Would you like to adopt a child?
Yes.
Even if you can deliver, you won't deliver. You just adopt one.
No. Since I
Okay.
can deliver my own,
Okay. So
what's
you
the
still
need of
deliver.
adopting again?
Exactly. So them think they can also deliver. Maybe there's a problem between the two of them. The two of them might actually remarry and they both have children. But who can tell? It's not me that will advise them. Because biblically, you can't just get divorced because you did not have a child. So sometimes you just say it's their own cross. They should just continue carrying it. But it's not easy. I'm sure they can carry it and one day they will get pregnant and all. But it's very difficult. It's one of the most difficult things you can do in this world. Okay, not the most difficult. The most difficult thing in the world is to have a nagging wife. Yeah. But the most difficult next to a nagging wife is to not have a child in marriage. Because absolutely you can live a happy life even if you don't have a child yet. Because it's not like they are 100 years or are they 100 years? Are
No,
they 90 years?
no.
So they can still deliver now. The next month that we're talking about, this next month now they can get pregnant. So it's not like it's impossible. But if you are living with a nagging wife forever, you're going to be in trouble and pain, emotional trauma and stress and all forever. If you are with an abusive husband, of course, you're going to be in pain throughout your life. So those two are like the top echelon of wahala in marriage. Then not having a child is like very next to it. And then next to that is not having money. You see the way I categorize it? So if you have money, you have given birth, if you have a nagging wife, you only have one problem. But some people will not have money, they will not have a child, and then the wife will be nagging. That's what they call the triple wahala for dead body, because there's no other way out. It's going to end in divorce. But it's very stressful, very, very stressful. I don't wish anybody not to have a child when they get pregnant, when they get married. It's not a good thing at all. Instead of you to focus, and they won't be able to focus on other things. That's the sad part.
Yes.
They can't focus on things. You think by now they should have more money than others because they are not paying school fees, they are not paying food and all. But it's a lie. They'll be spending a lot of money on medical, spending a lot of money on stuff, and it's really, really a bad place to be if you get married and you don't have a child. So the only thing is for us to encourage them that God will help them. We continue to, advise them on their diets, because sometimes what you eat determines what goes on there, and then like that, till everything works well. But there's no single advice for the man. Biblically, you can't go and remarry because of this. But selfishly, if you think, because that's even the worst part. It has happened before that the man left the woman, remarried, and still could not get the new wife pregnant. The woman that they left remarried and got pregnant and gave birth to twins. So everybody now knew that it was this man that had problem. But in the early stages, the man thought it was the mother that was, all this mother-in-law. My son, leave this idiot, leave this body, blah, 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 blah. They now left. The woman went and remarried and got pregnant. Till now, he never born. It's like 7 years in the second marriage. He spent about 14, 15 years in the first one. But nobody's shouting again now because now they know it's this man that has problem. And most times, if it's a woman, most women can go and bring pregnancy from outside. Because they will tell the man they love him. They don't want to lose him, especially if he's a rich man. So they go and sleep with somebody outside and bring the baby for him as if he's the owner. That's how everybody's running away from DNA now. And to be very frank, I don't advise anybody to do DNA. Forget it. If your wife brings another child home, that one knows you as daddy. With time, everybody looks like the same. Nobody will even look, this one is different. Just forget it. Even if he's looking like Chinese and you guys are looking like Nigerian, just keep growing. The beautiful thing is when he grows, there is no day that child will go to his mother and say, "Where is my daddy?" There's no day the wife will open her mouth to say, "No, be your daddy be this." So everybody just keeps the secret and dies like that, and life continues. So at the end of the day, the boy, you are still going to be the one to sit down during his wedding. You'll be the one to train the child. If he's bringing any dividends back, he's the one that will bring it. So I think it's a better darkness or dark world to stay in than when you now go and do DNA and you now recognize that will scatter everything. Because you can't continue with your wife, your children will have no mother with you. You will not be there for them because you continue to second guess everybody. You won't trust anyone. It does more harm than good. We've evaluated these things. All these men shouting. The fact that you catch your wife that she's doing adultery. Most men too have slept with somebody before they got married now. That's if you are not even doing it now that you're married. You know? So it's grace. Just pray for grace that your own will not be like that. And if you be like that, no need to kill anybody. Because I've seen it on social media when men will kill their wife because they said they brought another person's child. It's not worth it. Because don't even look for it. If it happens, because I've had that, when a child was sick and they needed blood transfusion for the child, and they said they should bring the father, and the father's blood did not correlate with him. So that was when they started saying the rumors. And at the end of the day, so unless it's a case of maybe a child is sick and you now discover through that process, don't just by yourself wake up because of one social media hype and go and be doing DNA. It's not worth it. But as a matter of fact, people you are helping, are you the one that gave back to them? The people you employed and you're paying huge salaries to, are you the one that give back to them?
No.
So what's this anger? You can even rear another person's child. Nobody will say, because you can dash, some people dash all their will to their cat. Cat. Some people will will it away for malaria. They will say everything I have sell it and use it to treat people that have malaria in Africa. Are they the ones that give back to everybody? I don't know why we see life from position of it must be man. That's the selfishness I'm talking about. Though. So if you have a child, I'm not encouraging women to be doing rubbish show, but I'm just saying for your own health and the blessings of that child, just let it go. The lady, I don't know what she want to do. There is no point. Unless in cases like this Mohbad case. You know that Mohbad case now,
Yes.
it's a lot harder. So they might say, okay, DNA because they want to prove something. But if husband is alive, wife is alive, children are there, it doesn't matter. Just continue living your life.